Hey guys, good morning and welcome back to the Central Buzz News. Our current time in the making of this video right now is 7:30 a.m. And so I have wrote that there for you to see. And then we're going to talk about our hour hand here. So our hour hand is between the 7 and the 8 because in 30 minutes it will be 8 o'clock. And we know that if this hand is not on the 8 or past it, it still belongs to that last hour. So this is what 7:30 looks like. And if I start back up at 7 o'clock, I just want you to focus on the hour hand as I start moving my hand around the clock. It's really not until about 7:30 that this hand really starts to move towards that next hour. And then you can see the further that I move it to the 12, the closer it gets to be to the 8, to the next hour. So that is 7:30. So we're going to start with our random facts today. And they are food themed, actually pie themed. I found two really cool facts about pie. So the first one is that the largest apple pie ever baked was 40 feet by 23 feet. So when you think about feet, you're thinking about one ruler. So when you're holding a ruler in your hand, think about 40 of those in a row. That's how long this pie would be. And then if you took rulers and you started and held them up to the ground or a table and did 23 high, that's how thick the pie was. So that's really crazy. The second one is that the largest pumpkin pie ever made weighed, so this one's talking about weight, 3,699 pounds. So I'm going to show you. This is actually going to serve as our random fact and our math strategy for the day. So if I look at 3,699, what I want us to do is just to review the place value of this. The third graders were just getting into the thousands when we were leaving school. So I want to start by looking here. This is our thousands place. And sometimes I will label that to help me remember. This is my hundreds place. This is my tens place. And this is my ones place. So there's two really important words when we're talking about place value. The first one is the digit and then the actual value. So my class is really good at this, telling the difference between the two. This right here, the digit is 3, but the value is 3,000. Right here, our digit is 6, but our actual value is 600. There's 600s behind there. If you had the 600 squares, there would be 6 of them, but there's 100 in each. So that is 600 that stands for, not just 6. When I look over here at my tens, I have the digit 9, but that value of that digit is actually 90. Because if we're thinking each one is worth 10 and there's 9 of them, that's 90. Now down here at my ones, I do have a 9, and that just means 9 ones. So it does mean 9 there. The digit is 9, the value is also 9. So I just wanted to remind you about the place value up to 1,000 into the thousands, and maybe a strategy you can use to label to keep track and just remembering the difference between a digit and the value of that digit. All right, so since we do not have a special guest today, you're going to see and hopefully recognize what I have in the background here. So our whole entire school was working on mapping at one point this school year, and this type of mapping is what we started out with first. So since it's been so long since any of us have seen that, I wanted to bring that back just for our episode today and review what mapping is. So many of you, actually no, all of you were so great at doing this part that I feel confident that you could actually go and teach someone else. And that is my challenge for you today, this week, anytime that you have time, is to really quiz someone on their knowledge of their letter sounds, because you right now are a master of that. So we are going to go back through how you can lead mapping with someone and how to pull out some CVC words. But before that, I actually have this really awesome book that I want to share with you this morning. and it is called D is for Duck Calls. And I actually pulled this book out because I knew that we were going to be talking about initial letter sounds, our symbols here, and the sounds that they make. And so this book has different symbols, and it has some words that start with that. And the other really special thing about this book, I'm going to hold it up so you can see. This is the Robertson family, and they live in Louisiana, and they invented a duck call for duck hunters, and they actually have a very successful business. They're actually on a TV show called Duck Dynasty. If you've ever seen that show, it used to be one of my favorite shows, and I actually got to meet Uncle Si. He's right there one time, and that was really awesome. So when I knew that they wrote a book, I had to get it and read it, and on the back you can see the main family members there. And so we're just gonna go through this. I actually pulled some of my letters from this book for our chart, so we're gonna listen and see what words they came up with that match these letters before we review our mapping. A is for America, land of the free. Put your hand on your heart and say the pledge with me, just like we do every morning at school. A is for America. B is for Bobo. He's one of my dogs. He runs after cars and chases frogs. C is for Christmas, the best time of year. Jace hangs the lights and Phil cooks the deer. D is for duck calls, Phil's famous invention. He blows from the duck blind and ducks pay attention. The duck call actually gets the ducks' attentions. They think it's other ducks calling. E is for eggnog, a sweet Christmas treat, perfect for drinking with crawfish pie to eat. F is for family. It's time for a pick. Wait, you're not our family. Is this just a trick? G is for grandkids, and I have a bunch. 17 and counting. I love them so much. H is for hay. It's Si's favorite word. Hey, Jack, he might say to a low-flying bird. I is for iced tea, sweet or unsweet. Breakfast, lunch, or supper, it's great. It's a great Southern treat. J is for Jace, our second-born son. We had Alan and Willie, and with Jep, we were done. K is for kitchen. I'll cook what you wish. Maybe warm biscuits, a mustard fried fish. L is for Louisiana. It's got Cajun flair. Magnolias and honeysuckle sweeten the air. M is for Miss K. I'm the family queen. I play it in real life and on the small screen. N is for neighbors. We hold them so dear. We love that our family lives oh so near. O is for opossum. They come out at night. Watch when you're driving. They love the bright light. P is for Pawpaw Phil, man of my dreams. He hunts and he fishes on rivers and streams. And I forgot to mention that the author of this book is Kay Robertson. So she is the lady right here in the middle, and she is married to Phil. Q is for quack, the sound of a duck. But ducks don't really quack, just like chickens don't cluck. R is for Robertson, our family name. Can you list us all? We'll make it a game. S is for squirrel. Si tells us to try to spell the word squirrel without using S-I. T is for TV. It made me a star. Who would have thought? This is really bizarre. U is for uncle. Do you have one too? An uncle whose stories are 95% true? That's one thing about Uncle Si. He loves to tell stories. V is for vacation. The beach is such fun. Our family just loves to relax in the sun. W is for Willie, the swamp's business guru. He works in his office or on the bayou. X is for XOXO, a greeting from above. Hugs and kisses from heaven as God sends his love. Y is for yuppies. Phil likes to joke that his redneck sons are now city folks. Z is for zoo, where the wild things play. Or just like my house when my grandkids come to stay. And that's the end of our story. So lots of examples for some words that start with the letters in here that goes through the alphabet. So I just want to quickly review with you. We have our symbols up here. And what we're doing when we're mapping is we are training our brain to just know these sounds automatically. It helps our reading so much. And like I said, we did this a while ago, and then we started talking about CVC words, and right at the end of school we were going into some more bigger words and decoding the bigger words. But we're going to just go back to this, because remember, I know that you've already mastered this, and I want you to be able to go and teach someone else today. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go through the letters, just me, and then I'm going to give you a chance after I say when I point for you to do it. So I hope you're doing it with me at home. So again, remember, just me. Listen very carefully for the sounds. A, B, K, D, F, O, E. Listen again. A, B, K, D, F, O, E. Now I'm going to skip around. E, D, B, A, F, O, D. Now I'm going to give you a chance to repeat after me, and make sure you're watching this part very carefully, because this is what you should be doing as the teacher. A, B, K, D, F, O, E, E, F, B, K, D, A, B, E, O, K, D, F, O, B, A. Feel free to go as fast as you want, as you are working, as you get comfortable with it, and as your person that you're teaching is getting comfortable with the sounds. If they are saying those sounds as soon as you point to them, then you know you can go faster and mix it up and go frontwards and backwards in whatever order you want to do. But I just want to point out about these letters, especially letters like B. We should hear the B, and not B. We don't want to say B, it's B. Same thing with D, and F. And this one right here is my favorite one to say, oh. It's not L, it's oh. So make sure you are listening to those sounds before you're teaching someone else. But I know, like I said, you guys have already mastered this. So one more time, I'm going to do the sounds for you. A, B, K, D, F, O, E. Okay? All right, the last thing that we're going to do is go over the CVC. So this means consonant, vowel, consonant. So I'm just going to take my marker and I'm going to pick a vowel out. It's just going to be so happen to be the A. And then I'm going to pick out two of my consonants. So I'm going to say this right here. And what I'm going to do with my person that I'm teaching, I'm going to say ul, a, b, lab, lab. and I'm going to let that person make sure they're saying each individual sound, and then we're saying that whole word, lab. And then I'm going to make sure I pick out some words that are not real words, because that's really important to know if they truly know what the word is. So I'm going to pull out an E this time, and I'm going to pull out a C and an F. Okay? So again, k, e, f. One more time. K, e, f. Kef. Kef. Okay? So you will pull out some letters and make some new words. They can be real or not real words, nonsense words like we call them. But the most important thing is just remembering to make your sounds correctly, and that you are coaching and helping someone, whether it's your brother or sister or someone, on their letter sounds and getting them to be super, super fast at going back and forth between the letters and mapping their brains. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope that you're going to practice this at home with someone, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.